My throat is so dry. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요 여러분. 저는 베니스입니다. 여러분 잘 지냈어요? This is the last book I have. I only have 3 books for Korean learning. I did a review on the first one over here and the second one over here, so if you haven't seen them, yeah, you can watch it in any order, I don't really mind. I believe I've saved the best investment till last. This is complete Korean from Teach Yourself, and it comes with the Korean book. It comes with 2 30-minute audio CDs and online content to enrich your learning, and it claims to get you from beginner to intermediate. Now with this book, I did some research on it before I bought it. What do you want, girl? No, he ain't. Oh my god, he is! Oh my gosh, sorry. My friend's talking to me about Jang Hyung-suk, I think that's his name. Hyung, you know. This book, I saw it on my school website first, and I saw it said £45, and I was like, girl, I ain't falling for that again. I searched on eBay for it, and they were all saying £45, and I was like, are you serious? Does it seriously have to be £45 everywhere? I was like reading into what this book claims it can do, and it says it can get you to B4 or B2. It says like an intermediate level of language learning. Don't know about that one, but you know, I do want to test it out. I searched on eBay and I found it for £20, and I was like, is this a joke? Like, are they gonna give me a piece of paper with some magazines inside? Comment below if you know where that's from. I just want to see how many people know where that's from. It can come with the book itself, and it can come with the CDs itself. And I was searching through this like eBay page, and they were saying, you know, no, it's both. It's the book and the CD. But I went ahead and I bought it, and I got it, the real thing. The lovely CDs are here. I played them. They were my Korean book over here. I can honestly say this is the best purchase I have ever made. I went on the Teach Yourself website over here to see if they have like online content, but they don't. I don't know if that's just me or not, but I went to see if they have like the complete Korean book even, and they don't have it on the actual website, so you're gonna have to look around. Oh, did I even mention I got this from an eBay page called Wordery? They have like an actual website, but I have never visited it, so if after this video or when I'm editing it, I will go and see if I can find it. I'll put the link here, right here on my face. Or this book, I can say I have not yet been disappointed. It teaches you the alphabet. You know, it doesn't really go in depth with it, so I would recommend you learning somewhere else before you come to use this book. The romanization is the version that's not really used anymore. It's the ones that look like this. You've got, after you've learned the Hangul, it goes into, you know, reading it, and you don't have to translate it. You just read it and listen. Then exercise 2 is listen to the recording and read the words again. So it basically gets you used to hearing it and seeing if you can pronounce it like the way it's being pronounced. And then it goes into more complex vowels and complex double consonants. And then it says exercise 3, the following Korean words written in Korean script are the names of countries which you should be able to recognize. Read the names and write down what the English equivalent is. So it says Pakistan for Pakistan, Mexico for Mexico, New Zealand for New Zealand. You're used to hearing it in syllables rather than I would say Indonesia, but it says Indonesia. So you have to get used to hearing it in a different style. You know, you're after doing, what is it, 2 exercises, you can get pretty much comfortable hearing it. So it's not asking for anything big. I mean, this one was pretty much like hello, but this one is sort of easing you into it. It gives me exercises on romanization, and I had to write it in Hangul next to it, and then it will say, you know, you have to write this Korean Hangul in romanization. I skipped that exercise. I mean, I hate romanization. I mean, I find it completely useless. I would focus on, you know, romanization, not really the pronunciation of it. It really just messed up my writing. Mostly I couldn't write Hangul. I mean, I could write Hangul, but if there's a word, I would know how it's written in romanization, but I didn't learn how it's written in Hangul, and that really ticked me off, so I just removed it from my life. It's got just a little practice thing going on over here, and as you can see, it says 1, so that's just easing you into the book. That's easing you into Hangul. So by the time you go into number 1, you should be fairly confident with your Hangul. The first one, way off to the tape, is literally like if you've ever been in a language class. The CD just says chapter 1, task 1. Sangmin meets his friend Jamin in the street and asks him where he's off to, and then you hear the voice actor called Sangmin, 재민 씨, 안녕하세요. And then 재민 says, 네, 안녕하세요. 잘 지냈어요? And then Sangmin says, 네, 어디 가요? It's got the romanization over here. I mean, what? It's got Hangul over here. I am completely sorry. It's got Hangul over here, and then romanization on the next page. You'll always have romanization under, but obviously I said I don't use it, so I just glide right over it. And then it'll ask you 5 questions about it, and then if I didn't know it, I wouldn't really fuss over it. I'll continue the exercises, and then even here it has vocab here that you could learn, and then even when you find the vocab, refer it back to the thing, and maybe it's a question you missed. And then you go on, it gives you insights about Korean names, Korean words, the politeness in Korean words, word order. I mean, this book is amazing, and you know, it can seem quite heavy if you're like a full-on beginner, but I wasn't, so it was pretty much a good continuation. It didn't feel like I was starting from the beginning. It felt like I was continuing and just elaborating on what I already knew. You know, it's like, okay, you know it, but let me do this. And then it gave me this sentence jumbled, and it says unjumble it, and I'm like, oh, I got this. So you know, it says 가요 일본에 지금. I was like, okay, 지금 means now, 일본에 means Japan, in Japan, and then 가요 is to go, so backwards. 지금 일본에 가요. Unscrambled it, and they use like quite a bit of pictures in it as well. The pictures are part of the exercises. This is supposed to be like a waiter's notes, I guess, and they wrote it like, oh yes, this is how you would see it on a waiter note or something. And it says 10 things to remember at the end of each and every chapter, I guess you could call it. It's just going on like that. Second one was long time no see, and it's not me. So we go through like some negatives in that one. It'll give you a scenario, and you have to make your own sentences for it from what you've learned. So from this one, it says, you're arranging to meet your friend. She asks you where you should meet. Answer her, suggesting a place and a time. And throughout this section or chapter, it says, it taught me how to meet a friend or suggest, and the time and stuff of that nature. I said, 12시에 백화점 앞에서 만나 합시다. I think I said that funny, but oh well. I just said at 12, meet me in front of the department store. So yeah, I mean, I've got to chapter 4. This thing has, I think, 14. Yes, 14 is the review, so I've got 10 more chapters. It has the transcription of the dialogue at the very end, so you're not reading it and thinking, oh yeah, I know it, when you've read the English underneath. And the answers, so if you remember when we were doing the countries, over here it would say, you know, Pakistan, Mexico, New Zealand, so it will give you the answers. So this book, you can buy it yourself. I mean, I don't always use the audio. I mean, you can buy it itself. I don't always use the audio, but you know, it does work very well with the audio, especially as I said, package, I'm trying to say. Fantastic. I mean, it does cover a lot of stuff, and it doesn't sort of throw it in your face. It's sort of like, here it is, you don't know it yet, here's some vocab to help you. If you didn't learn the vocab, you're gonna have to learn it, because I'm gonna give you an exercise on it somehow, and it does sort of stick in your mind. It's not something that's sort of like so by the end, I do believe it can get you from beginner to intermediate. It does seem to do what it's done, like it says it was going to do. The people who wrote this were actually people of the Language University in London, School of Oriental and African Studies. I rate that book 5 out of 5. I mean, it's really eases you in. It sort of gives you in that little child school mentality of learning. If you don't understand everything, that's okay. Look at the vocab. This is what the vocab means. Look back at the dialogue. Does it make more sense? No? Okay, we're going to go and explain it further. And then it goes into, so like they explain it and it goes into your head, and I have no complaints about it. I mean, the romanization is old romanization, but again, this book was published in, I think, 2010 it was. So I don't worry about that. I mean, I don't even use romanization. If you're feeling about there's a book you want to invest in, you can, well, I will suggest this book, Complete Korean. I don't know if you can get it where you are. I don't know where you are actually. Ever since I got these books, it's been more of a, like, I don't have to write out everything, and it's more of a exercise based one. This one here, it's more of, okay, I'm saying this to you, you can hear it, now let's put it in this situation. Okay, you understand it in there? Okay, let's put it in this situation. Now let's jump it up. 5 out of 5. No complaints, nothing lower. I mean, it is a very, very good book, and it's like a visual aid, it's an audio aid, it's perfect. That's it for this review. It's the last review so far. If you believe that you want to go and you want to invest in this book, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. Like I say with all my reviews, it's up to you. I hope I helped you make a decision or consider it. If you did, like the video and subscribe, because you never know when I'm gonna post a video. I don't know if I'm gonna have another book review, or if I'm gonna have a reaction maybe, or if I'm just going to do a Korean update. I get like halfway or finish it maybe. Then I am thinking about doing a sort of speaking update. I hope you guys are well, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. If you're going to sleep, good night. If you're waking up, good morning. If you're watching this at school, you should be learning. Anyway, 안녕.